everybody. Yay! Welcome back to another episode of Unglamorous Truths. I hope you had a really restful and rejuvenating end of year and that you ate a lot, loved up on some family, and that you are ready to start this new year with such strong intentions. And that's what this episode is going to be about.
I'm Chandra.
I am Emebe Bayene.
I'm Crystal.
I have a really fun kickoff question, very unrelated, but I'm very curious to know their answers. What is a trend that you used to participate in, or just like a fashion choice that you made in the past that is super cringy to you now? Mm-hmm. Okay, I will kick it off. Mine was going blonde for God knows how many years.
I knew it. Mm-hmm.
Like, I am so upset with my friends. Like, how could they allow this to go on for so long? I burnt my hair off to a crisp. I had a lopsided bob. It took me at least 10 years to grow this side of my hair back, and sometimes I think it still hasn't fully returned.
There was only one rough blonde though, but then you went and got it corrected.
I know, but I just think the whole era just was.
But we were also all blonde at that time, bitch.
I know.
So how was we gonna tell you not to be blonde? We were all blonde at the same time.
That's fair. It would be it would be hypocritical. Yeah. But especially with my complexion, I just look back in pictures and I'm like, girl, it wasn't. Sometimes it was doing what it was supposed to be doing, but most of the time
wasn't giving.
It wasn't.
Yeah, I was never gonna tell you that because I love a brown blonde girl. So.
And it was to the point where there were points where I couldn't put my hair up in a ponytail because there was no hair.
Yeah.
That bleach was bleaching.
Yeah. I remember the blonde, just on that topic, my hair had fallen out so bad that I went to a hairdresser, and, I'm a big fan of the China bang. Like, I love bangs, period. I love a China bang. Mm-hmm. And I had told her, and I had been wearing weaves so much at that point. And I told the hairdresser, I was like, well, I definitely want to do a China bang. And I had a leave out. And we all know with the leave out what happens. And so she pulled my hair down and she was like, baby, how you want me to do this? Because it was like a slant of bang. Like there was a part that was really only maybe a centimeter, a piece of a centimeter long. And then it was just like slanted because so much hair had broken off from the blonde. And that was the end of the blonde for me. She was like, you can't do this. But so I enjoyed it. Mine is something I'm sure you guys remember very well. I was in college a big fan of the Have Your Bra.
She was the cheetah one.
Yes. My cheetah bra from Victoria's Secret, which cost me so much money, so it had to be shown. That was my favorite bra. Yes. I mean, it was a great brassiere, but yes, I was a big fan of. And that was like, people did that at that time. It was
I'm
like
going to try to find a picture. And
if you go on Facebook, all of my collegiate pictures are going to be me with a bra. I had the cheetah one. I had a purple bra. I had a blue one. But, man, the cheetah one was the best looking. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's cringe to you now.
Oh, absolutely cringe. Yeah. I mean, when I look back, I'm not like, I'm like, okay, it was the time or whatever. But I'm like, it really, my breasts did look great. And I'm not going to hold you. Yeah. It looked so youthful and so up. But it was just like, it wasn't giving what I thought it was. Yeah. Like, I thought it looked like
with the matching shoes.
Edgy. Always with the matching shoes. But I'm not mad at that. That was a fun time. But I thought it looked so edgy and like, but I'm like, no, girl, you look silly.
Well, I'm going to pick a phenomenon. We were talking about social media challenges. And I will say that during COVID, when everybody was stuck at home and bored, myself included, I was single, I was stuck in the house all day long. I really got into those trends that were going on. And, like, I used to do those dances by myself in my room. Like, I didn't share most of them.
I was about to say, were you posting these things?
But I did share. I did do the Savage Challenge.
Oh!
I did.
How did it go again? Come on,
bitch, I forget, but I remember there was a lot of crossing arms. I'm a savage. Girl, I did the whole thing. Like, and I posted it on IG, and I was feeling myself. And it was so funny because I feel like during that time, you really had a support group on social. Like, people were like, yes, bitch, because everybody was bored. Yeah. So everybody was living online. So I got so many comments that were like, people were being nice. It wasn't that great, but they were like, you did that?
No,
you did that? I
people
see you.
Lie on the internet.
People were just lying.
They be lying and gassing, and it's like, I guess I prefer it better to the hate. Right. But they be lying.
Stop. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
they're equally dangerous.
Yeah. That is definitely archived, and no one will see it again.
We'll be posting her video for you guys soon. Okay, well, this episode is about, New Year, setting intentions, building better habits, And I'm curious to know, like, what are some habits that you have either developed or broken recently, or that you want to break? Mine is a shocker, guys. I've got rid of TikTok.
What?
I know, my beloved app.
Oh.
It was eating up so much of my time, and I couldn't have it. It was too good. And it truly was. I'm like, I think this is what like drugs are for people. Like it was too good. I was like, I gotta stop. And I'll just stick with the one that I hate, Instagram, because I hate you already. So it's like you don't
Not gonna
really
be on it like
you don't really bother me like that, because I don't bother with you.
Right.
So you can stay.
Damn.
But TikTok, babe, you gotta go.
I would say I have been working out consistently in my own way, not extreme. You know, I have a partner that's like a triathlon, and he likes to run for miles. But every morning in the weekdays, I am trying a new habit of always starting the morning in motion. Yeah, like I get up, I do my self-image affirmations I talked to you guys about, and then before I check any phone or emails or anything, I go outside and I just run for as long as I want. I mean, it usually end up being about 20 minutes, you know, but I'll just run. And also the feeling of just being like, I don't know where I'm going to go next. I'm just going to follow my impulse. I like it. It's grounding. So I've been working on that, and I'm trying to do that every weekday. I feel like the abs need it as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think probably the biggest thing I'm trying to change is just being more intentional about adding other versions of creativity throughout my day. Like instead of just scrolling my phone or just, you know, watching a bunch of TV, which is funny because I, you know, obviously work in TV, but I like to limit my television watching. You know, whether it be something crafty, doodling, like reading more books, crossword puzzles, just finding other ways to be creative.
Yeah. That's really important. I remember I used to color for a period. I need to get back to that. It's like something that's just like a little left field.
You know what? That just encouraged me. I think this year I want to start reading more fiction books again. We had such an era. We had our Black
book
Magic
club,
book
but
club.
Chandra got upset with us, and
I did. And
just shut it down.
And the Scorpio and me had to punish everyone.
But it's okay because it had a beautiful era.
But you know
we didn't need that for in
but
perpetuity.
You know, it may return.
Yeah,
it may return.
Yeah, it's time.
I've been getting some requests, and I've been feeling, you know, new year, new me, right? Been feeling very forgiving. Want to perhaps give you guys a second chance to show up and act right.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Okay, so in like setting intentions and like your goals, what are some things that you guys do to help create your dreams into reality? I do have a controversial, like, one that I do not believe in. And it's taken me some time to get here and realize, I was like, okay, this is just not for me. I'm not a manifester.
Okay.
It's not like it's not for me. The speaking. Like I don't find power in it. And I know that like you are a humongous manifester.
Yeah, but that's my human design.
Yeah.
Your human design, you're a projector.
Yeah.
So a projector is supposed to be still and see everything. And then they give their input based off of their sight, not their voice of speaking, right? Those gifts are different. You're a generator. So you literally,
look at that.
You're a generator, and it's important in your design that it needs to be a hell yes or it's a hell no. You are driven by what you enjoy.
That's true.
And if we know Chandra, she always talks about it needs to be fun. I want to, if it's not fun, why am I doing it?
Yeah.
Right?
So true.
So it's like we have different designs.
Yeah. And how does manifesting work for you?
I will, well, again, a huge part of manifesting for me is like journaling my morning pages. And because my subconscious will tell me what I need to manifest next. It'll come out as I write. I don't know necessarily, but it'll just like reveal itself like tea leaves kind of in my pages. It'll be like, oh, that's on my brain. Okay. Oh, it's on my brain again. Oh, I feel some type of way about this. Cool. And it could be anger, or it could be passion, or it could be like discomfort that I'm not taking action in a space,
Mm-hmm.
and that's information. And I'm like, okay, I should probably like sit down and then map this out. And what that looks like is creating like a, it's not visual necessarily. It'll be usually written word or a video where I talk to myself,
Mm-hmm.
but literally just like getting it out. Like, this is what I see for myself. Like, this
Mhm.
is where I'm going to be, and this is what it'll feel like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I like to, at the end of every year, I like to write out, and I only do 3, but 3 things that I want to happen in the next year, and then I put it in a case, and then I don't look at it for the rest of the year.
Oh,
And at the end of the
fun.
year, I take it back out and I see like, okay,
Yes.
what we actually did, you know,
Yeah.
what was accomplished, and it's always like fun because I'm always like surprised because
Yeah.
sometimes I forget and I'm always surprised. See, I'm like, oh,
You did it.
that one, or I'm like, oh, you really wanted to do that. Interesting. That wasn't
Yeah.
okay. But I do love to do that. But I think for me, it's just like really following my gut and moving instantly.
Mhm.
Not because if I start to think too much,
Mm-hmm.
then I'll think myself out of something. So
Yeah.
it's like, if there's a class I want to take, pay right now.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And just put it,
Mhm.
even if it's like months away, put it on the
Mhm.
calendar.
Don't second guess.
Yeah.
What is it for you?
Okay, so I'm someone that has bad anxiety, so I get overwhelmed very easily. And then I also feel like I have really strong vision. So I
Yeah.
can see very far ahead,
Projector.
right? And so, and that vision also overwhelms me because I'm like, how am I going to get from here to there?
Mm.
And so I have to break it into really, really small bites and have to get reasonable with myself of like, okay, what can I do today that's really, really small that's going to get me just even like an inch.
Mhm.
An inch.
Mhm.
Because I would always bite off more than I can chew. So it's like, let's just be real. And the thing that I'm going to do today probably doesn't even seem like it's something that's going to move me towards it of like, okay, if I'm like writing something new and I'm really frustrated on how to like kind of break story, I'm going to go watch this other thing. And it's like, well, but you just spent your time watching television. Like, how was that? I was like, no, but that is the building block
Yeah.
to getting to what you want to do. And even if it's not anything work related, of it's like, oh, like, even sometimes like I'll have visions of things that I want to buy. Of like, I don't really know where this exists in the world, but I know
dope.
that this is what I want.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I start like, oh, okay, like like the credenza, whatever that I have. I was like, I knew I wanted something blue and that looked just exactly what I had. But I'm like, first I didn't even know the name of it. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
So I'm like, side shelf. I'm Googling side shelf. Let's start there. And then you
Side
see
shelf.
one thing, you click on that, and it's like, okay, let's now go down this rabbit hole.
Credenza's the word.
Oh, credenza. Okay, now what kind? All right.
Totally.
Blue. Ha. What kind of
Yeah.
legs? And I'm slowly building this until I get to the one that I want. And then once I get to the one that I want, now we're in price wars.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense for you.
Yeah, you love that.
We're in
This
price
is her
wars.
favorite
That's
part.
The favorite part. I'm like,
Okay.
okay, where am I going to get it for the
Uh-huh.
low?
That's dope though. Like things coming to you in visuals or visions is so cool. And then when do you guys, I mean, I like to call these downloads, like when things come to you. So when do you feel like things come to you the most? Like for me, it's when I'm not intentionally thinking about it at all. It'll be like I'm in a shower or I'm jogging my new morning run, or if I'm literally just vibing in my house and music's on, it's just in a vibe and maybe I'm just super relaxed. I feel like that's when things come. It's never when I'm like, let me sit at my desk.
Never.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, bathrooms are really magical spaces for me.
Mm.
They always have been, even when I was really young. You know, I love to do homework in bathrooms when I was little. Like, yeah, just I don't know, something about it. Maybe it's all the stone or I don't know
Yeah.
what it is,
The
but
tile.
bathrooms, yeah, where I get like my best ideas. And it doesn't have to be my bathroom, you know, the school bathroom, anybody's
Interesting.
bathroom.
Mine is like in the wild. I'll be talking to somebody.
Love that.
And they'll say something and I'd be like, oh my God. And then sometimes like I'll like start asking these leading questions and they may think that it's about whatever we're talking about, but I'm really building on something else because I'm like, well, I really want to get deeper into this point of view, like because you think like this, and I don't think like this, and I'm trying to understand how to think like this. So I just start asking mad questions.
I definitely thought you meant in the wild like nature, and
I
got
did
very
too.
excited by
Oh,
that.
no.
But actually, that makes me think that is mine as well. I will go to the woods and go sit myself down, and it will come then.
I have to be around people.
See, that's that extrovert.
No, it's because like I'm fascinated by people's minds and how they get to like A to Z. Like, how did you put those pieces together? And in like a very non-judgmental way, just pure curiosity. Like, that is so special.
Yeah, I get a lot of ideas from people, but not by talking to them, just by watching them. I prefer to not be talking to them. I prefer to, not that I don't, you know, but I will get more if I'm just like watching. Because I don't know, I feel like there's a lot you can tell about what people are saying without any words at all.
Yes.
You know, and sometimes it's easier. And that way, if you're not actually listening to them talk, you can put the words in that like suit the scenario you want to build. And I don't know.
Mab, how does that work for you? So after you pick, you know, not pick their brain, but like you're like asking them questions, what do you do with that information?
I email it to myself. I literally take like, I'll like do a quick, like even if it's a line, like a line of dialogue, like he said, she said, he said, she said, or I'll make a note of like a point.
Got it.
A character that X, Y, and Z, and this, and then I'll just let it sit there. Or like if I email it to myself, I leave it unread, and then like I'll come back to it. I have years of unread emails of just things that I've sent.
Girl, I was just about to say, I'm like, do you check back in with these things? You do?
Yeah, and sometimes I'll look at them and I'm like, oh my God, this is great. Let me use this right now.
Yeah. I need to find a better way to like keep my thoughts, because like I'll write myself notes and stuff. Also just write things down on paper, which is like,
it's so hard to see, especially with pencil.
But even
I'm like, what was I thinking?
Yeah, right. or sometimes I've doodled so much like around the idea that I'll look at it and be like trash, and I'll be like, wait.
Right.
Oh, wait, that was kind of good. But on my notes, the notes on my phone, I never really go back. So that's like the problem. Like it's there, and but I can force myself to remember things. Like I write whole scripts in my head before I write them on paper.
Oh,
so
that's smart.
Yeah,
or just talented.
Yeah.
With email, it's like in your face because I have my emails stacked with unread and read. So it's like every day it's looking at me and I'm looking at it, and then I can reply to the message as I
get
build.
rid of it.
No, to build on the idea.
Got it. That makes sense though. Keep it. Yeah. And for me, it's, you know, I have them journals and I pull them out and I go through them, and it's like being transported in time. I'm just like, oh wow.
Yeah, journals I never look at.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Oh
I
my
look at
God, it's like cringe to me to look back and like,
I mean, Siobhan's gonna burn mine on my death when I die.
Oh,
that's her responsibility. She'll burn all my journals.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but I write with that, like assuming that somebody's gonna come back to this when I'm no longer alive. So like I'm also like a bit editing myself.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I know. It's
Well, no one look at my journals, please, because they are not edited. And,
no, mine are edited. That's what I'm saying. That's why I want them burned, because there's also mentiras in mine. There's lies, because I've chosen the more interesting version of a story. And I'm like, I don't want anybody to see this. Like something that's cringe now. Sometimes I look back at some of the things I wrote in my diary and I'm like, that didn't happen.
Or
Why
it's
did you write
code.
it
I
like
write
that?
in code for me. So, like, and I'm
That's
the
nice.
only one that's gonna get this.
Wow.
But also because I grew up with a little sister who used to always go through my things.
Yep.
And so I don't know, I have a trauma there. And I even remember she was like, when she was real little, she's like, I can't even read. Like, what is wrong with you?
She's like, I'm not there yet.
Oh, my sweet Helen. My baby.
But like with intentions though, I do write those down because I really love the satisfaction of crossing things out. And that's something like deleting an email does nothing for me. That like,
That
yes.
cross out, yeah.
Did that.
That cross out really does. It speaks. Yeah. Feels so good. And then you can also look back when you've just crossed it out. You can look back. You know, like one day, if you have one day where you don't accomplish as much, you can just look back at that other day and be like, but you know what? On Tuesday, I really did Tuesday.
Yeah.
Look at all these cross outs.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know, and I want to say that I am really proud of us making it out of 2023. It was a hell of a year, especially for entertainment. Nobody expected the wild ride of a double strike.
Yeah.
You know what? 2024, I'm calling this in. Be good to us, please. Like, just be good to us. Let's manifest that. Let's manifest things back in full swing, meetings, bookings, green lights. I want an active year.
Yes.
Let's get active.
I'll take a gentle year.
Yeah, you know,
so you can be gentle on me. You know, talk to me nice. 2024.
I did my suffering.
nice.
I put in the hours. I put in my suffering hours.
Yes.
Done. Let's be gentle.
Yeah. But you know, even though 2023 was like booty, I think for me, a thing that was like really nice about it that I'm, you know, definitely planning to take forward into this new year is that I feel like I was able to prioritize relationships, you know, in a way that I hadn't been able to in different years, because just being so busy and like, you know, just like getting, I don't know, in touch with people and like myself. Like I feel like I had one of the best birthdays I've had in many years, and it was very intimate. It was, you know, just us having a sleepover and just, you know, just doing more stuff like that that like aligns with my spirit better. So, you know, sometimes when shit is real bad, that's when nice stuff like that happens. Because you're like, you know, I need to lean into
the
my
life
people.
stuff
I need to
settles.
lean into my people.
I will say for me in this year, like definitely on the personal tip, it was like, I mean, there was the roller coaster of needing to sell my place and like the, you know, raggediness of that, but also a lot of beauty and like settling for me and like moving into a home that I'm so excited about with my partner and like being able to decorate that and put it together and just kind of shift into another like threshold or plane of life in that way, you know, which like I'm so grateful for. So I feel like we all, even in off seasons, will have, you know, other opportunities to get deeper with ourselves.
For sure.
So for a Bootleg Fabulous, why don't we just all go around and say one thing people can do to start off the year on a good foot? And that can be creatively, professionally, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and say something. So we kind of discussed this a little bit, but I highly encourage you all to set a timer for 5 minutes, do a free write, and just write. Even maybe get yourself a new journal. Maybe get your initials in the journal. Make yourself feel special. And then just set a timer and don't think, right? Again, this Artist Way exercise is about just seeing what comes out of you with no filter and no critic. And perhaps the free write is centers around your desires for the year. What do you desire right now? Because desire is such a juicy, intuitive way to move forward and like just discover what's coming next for you. So just focus on a desire free write and be like, I really desire this. Ooh, that feels good. Yeah.
Clean your house and do your laundry. You really should have done that before the new year started. But if you didn't, get it done this month. Do not start this year with dirty shit from past. Clear it out. Start fresh. Start clean. Clean bed, clean head. You know.
There we go.
Clean your shit up.
Pick one thing that you can be consistent with. Like the best thing about a new year is that it's a new beginning. So it could be something as simple as like, I want to sit on my balcony for 20 minutes every morning. And then like, this is your fresh start. So like each day you're like, oh, I mean, I don't want to make it like this tracker, because then it's kind of like if you miss it, then all this pressure. But I'm a person of pressure. Like pressure is me, unfortunately. So yeah, like 20 minutes, and then maybe you can like, you're having your coffee. This is all me. Reading a book, but like make sure you get your 20 in. And with that, we are Unglamorous Truths. I am Amebit. You can find me at AmebitBayene.
I'm Chandra. You can find me at Chani.
I'm Crystal. You can find me at _Chris.
And you can find us at Unglamorous Truths, and you can stream our podcast wherever you find yours.